When I return to Warhammer Quest. Alright. I think I'll stop by here and see if I can't pick up another ring, too. Maybe I'll just use my money for that instead of saving it to level up. Pretty sure over here we're going to have to be in level 7. But let's see here. Travel to the Thunder Mace. We'll just exit the dungeon immediately. Well, I know, actually... I know that here in Everland was when it was level 7, right? Over in this area. So I wonder what Reichland is. I wonder if that's level 6 stuff. Send you to the market. Oh, look at that. It's back. Oh. I absolutely would need one of those. Put on my dwarf. At the very least, getting some of the... Oh my god, this is so much fucking... But yeah, like, I think part of what made the last mission a little bit easier was that we had this plus that. So just grinding for rings for everybody is just... It's just so stupid. Anyway, we gotta keep going. That. Not good for me anyway. Just do the same thing. So I wonder, instead of wasting the time to grind through an entire dungeon, I wonder if maybe just going like the first room... Oh, damn it. The Idol of Mork. The adventurers are taking a well-earned respite at a coaching inn when the door slams open and a man in a wide-brimmed hat and dusty traveling cloak enters. His loud entrance garners him a few annoyed glances from customers. They only return to their previous conversations once the newcomer closes the door and stops the lantern light inharmoniously flickering. "Barkeep, an ale! Bugman's if you have it," he announces across the common room, causing further annoyance. Oblivious to the rancor, the stranger scans the area, his gaze settling on the adventurers. "There you are," he shouts and strolls over. The inn's customers instantly transfer their annoyance from him to your party. "It is you, isn't it? The one who saved the donkey in Marburg, who found the halfling son in Vorchdorf," says the man, his tone still booming so the whole ground floor can hear. The inn erupts in a gale of laughter, the mirth aimed directly at your party. "Bless Sigmar, for he has sent our saviors. The mules and halflings of the realm can sleep safer tonight," announces one wag, triggering another bout of raucous laughter. This man is doing your warriors' band's burgeoning reputation no favors. A warning growl from the largest warrior in your party quickly quells the laughter. The stranger sits down at the party's table, uninvited and seemingly ignorant of the commotion he has caused. "I've been tracking you for weeks. News of your heroics is making its way across Stirland and beyond." He takes off his hat as the innkeeper brusquely places a flagon of ale on the table. "Professor Otto Schwarzblut of the University of Nuln," he says, holding out his hand and then lowering it when nobody offers to shake. This doesn't faze him. He takes a good quaff of the ale and continues. "I've been monitoring greenskin migrations over the past decade, and, like inclement weather, I'm afraid we're due for an invasion. I've heard terrible rumors. The Black Fang Orcs have moved from Mount Gunbad and are massing just beyond Winter's Teeth Pass in Wisenland. They have a new war boss, Gorgut. He slew the old one, got rid of any competition, and then led the Orcs out of Gunbad." For the first time, the professor seems aware that his voice is carrying beyond its intended audience and lowers it. Thing is, while the Orcs gather in the border princes, Gorgut isn't with them. He's already here, on this side of the Black Mountains. My contacts tell of a demented Orc shaman who has led Gorgut to this very province. They're searching for something, an idol of their dreadful Orc gods, a relic of a past invasion, from a past invasion. Once it's in Gorgut's hands, spirit of Mork will pervade, issuing in a wah. To rival Azag, the slaughterer. One of the other patrons... Holy shit. How long does this go on? One of the other patrons rises from his seat and turns in the midst of pointing an accusing finger at the professor. A quick chop to the throat from the closest warrior downs the man. He lays in a crumpled heap by your party's table, discouraging any others that overheard Schwarzblut's ramblings from doing anything other than supping their beer. I think I know where the idol is, says the professor, producing a tattered map from his cloak. I've plotted past orc invasions through the region, and there is a vortex pattern to their movement that centers around this point here. He jabs the map, marking a desolate area of Stirland. I need you to take me to this place. He notes your warrior's doubtful looks. If it's money that's an issue, I have the ability to draw university funds from any guild-recognized moneylender. The promise of funding from a large and prestigious institution, as the University of Nuln, has an immediate effect on your party. Gone is the cynicism, quickly replaced with an adventurous spirit. The party leave the inn, ignoring the sneers and smirks of the other clientele. Damn! Can we only get... Okay, good. What am I reading? Chain mail. +2 toughness. I don't think that is... Oh, yeah, it would replace this, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, nothing to buy. Just nothing to buy. I think... I can't. I'm gonna try and put something back in inventory so we don't have to hold that in here. Not that I'm expecting we're gonna get a lot of goodies. Just to have that empty. I did forget. Oh, okay, I didn't use it. Well, level 6. Now see, that is going to be a problem because nobody is level 6. Hunter. Okay, let's travel for a moment. Let's go to Dunkelberg and see what that's about. Elf on the cover there. King, rather. Pay the piper. The adventurer's meanderings take them north of Wissenberg to the village of Dunkelberg. It's strange that... What is the difference there, other than you would think they derive from different languages, but... a small, unassuming place in the shadow of the Grey Mountains. Your party's arrival is met with suspicious glances by the village's few children, who seem extremely skittish. As the group enter the dour and vacant inn, they are approached by a group of ragtag children. "You're treasure hunters, yes?" asks one. A warrior explains that the group has, on occasion, been known to look for treasure. The children gaggle around the first speaker, an oldish boy with messy brown hair and a small sheathed dagger at his side, before pushing him forward. Their faces anxious. "We know where there are such valuables, but we need you to find something for us in return, our parents." The boy looks around nervous, but the rest of the brood cajole him to continue. "We've suffered from an infestation of rats, real big ones. At first they were happy to skulk around the corners of our homes, then they started getting bolder, even attacking the older folk and some of the real young'uns. One of the smaller girls starts to sob, and the boy looks annoyed, then turns back to the group. Not 3 days passed. A stranger with a set of pipes came into the village. He was a strange fellow, walked right weird, and his face was hidden by a hood. He said he could get rid of the rat problem, and then played a merry tune on his pipes. It was a Skaven. I'm willing to bet. At this point, your warrior ventures. The piper must have played on his pipes to lure the rats away from the village. After all, it's not the first time the party's encountered an enchanted instrument. The boy looks bewildered and then annoyed at the interruption. Don't be so moronic. He used a dog called Boris and a large mallet, like any good ratter. Mashed the blighters up right good, too. But then he got cocky, asking for more money than we originally agreed. The adult said no. He swore he'd be back. The next night, all the adults in the village, all 12 of them, had disappeared. We need you to find them, states one of the girls, barely keeping her hysteria in check. We'll reward you with whatever we can give, says the boy, if you can bring them back. What's left unsaid is whether he hopes they'll be returned dead or alive. Okay, well, there is no market here. It is a tiny, tiny middle of nowhere. What level are we looking at? Level 2. Oh. I see. Well, why don't we go fight some Skaven? It's 1 power. Do I even have room for it? Well, it would replace the hat, wouldn't it? So I'd lose out on the extra health. Oh, whatever. Let's go. I just want to go face off against them. I guess I can save these if I wanted to level up some other characters. But let's just go see what the Skaven are like. Hopefully, I mean, if this right here is going to tell whether they scale with the warriors outside of the story missions, like I think they do, or whether this is going to be a milk run. A rat ogre, 3 bombardiers, 4 death runners, and an assassin. Now I don't know what these are at. I'm going to assume that this, yes, is scaling to the difficulty of my party. This is not a level 2 dungeon encounter. I'm willing to bet. I'm just going out on here. I mean, how about we use you first? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely bullshit. Like, part of me doesn't want to kill these guys because then it gives access to the ogre. That bombardier, I'm willing to bet, does AoE damage. Poison globes. When a warrior is struck by a poison attack, they are poisoned. Poison is removed by healing the warrior. If a poisoned warrior is knocked down, they lose 1 strength when they're healed. In casual and adventurer difficulty, this effect lasts until the end of the dungeon. In hardcore, this effect is permanent. I don't wanna play this anymore. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, well, at least come in and see what you can do against the damn ogre. Can't even one-strike a Skaven. Jeez. Come on. I'm just going to use all my stuff and just exit after this room. This is dumb. This is all kinds of stupid. I mean, I don't even know why I'm bothering, actually, because I'm not going to be able to keep any of the experience. I'll keep the money, I guess, when we kill them, if we kill them. This did me a favor and blocked the assassin, that's nice. Well, fuck. I'm not gonna waste... I mean, we'll just lose him and then just walk away. How about we have you come in, so that you don't run the risk of killing your fucking allies. Yeah, so... Just absolute bullshit. So, like, at this point, it would actually be better for me to run through all the low levels and just bypass ever doing side quests ever. Because they're just too difficult. There's no benefit to it. There's no market here. So let's see what this beeswang is. Plague Skaven. The raid. It doesn't take a mage to sense there's something wrong at Beeswang's Hove. As Beeswang hoves into view, the village is ablaze, and as the adventurers get closer, they hear the familiar growls and jubilant howls of raiding orcs. By the time the warriors reach the settlement, the raiders have moved on, leaving utter devastation in their wake. A few green-skinned stragglers remain. They're quickly taken care of by your party, who are eager to spill orc blood and vengeance. As the adventurers approach the center of the village, they come across the prone form of a robed figure covered in blood. His ochre robes and accoutrement reveal him to be a wizard of the Gold Order. The wizard is still alive, but barely. He weakly beckons to the group. This isn't a random attack, he rasps. You must follow them. Avenge us. Make the greenskins pay. Take this, he says, before surrendering to the unconsciousness. In his hand is a curved golden band. He gives the band to your party. Bracelet of Wrath. This bracelet allows the wearer to enter a blood rage of destruction once per dungeon. Upon entering the state, the warrior gets double attacks, but there's a 15% chance they'll unleash the rage on a nearby ally. Well, shit, I mean, we've that issue, don't we? Remember, this gift comes at a cost. Your party's been charged with tracking down the orcs to their lair and slaying them all. It is foolish. It is a foolish person who ignores the dying pleas of a wizard. So, what does that mean? If we don't go immediately use it, the raid is level 6. Okay. So yeah, clearly we are not meant to be in this area. It is interesting that this has a level 2 dungeon on it, though. What I am interested in doing, why don't we move forward? Let's go hop, skip, and jump. I want to see what's down here before I never play this game again. Some slicing. Oh, really? This one doesn't allow you to do that. Can we get there? This is a pain in my ass, but maybe we can get down here the normal way? This is so slow. This is an incredibly cumbersome way to do this. Like, if it wasn't necessary to complete these to get along the path, then why is this even here? Why is it even like this? Why can't you just select this town you want to go to? Perhaps it is. Perhaps I'm being dumb. Perhaps I can just go to the next town. Now to get here, is it going to let me go to Averheim? Unless I beat the thing. That might be it. You have to beat it to get to the next town. Yeah, that's how it works. You unlock it. Well, damn. Kind of wanted to see what this is, but... It's just, I mean, as we saw with the fucking Skaven over here, it's a bunch of bullshit. The stronger you get, the game just exponentially scales, completely unbalanced, and it's not fun. It's just too much of a fucking slog. The way that I felt early on was that these were comparable to the level of the red mission in the area, so that, you know, right now, this was what, a level 3 dungeon? All of these should be level 3. That's how normal progression in a game works. You wouldn't want to stick around the area because it would be too easy. Like like in a traditional role-playing game, like say Dragon Quest, after a while you wouldn't get enough experience. So you'd be incentivized to move to a different level so that you get more experience, more gold, better rewards. That's how normal progression in games works. And this one just... I don't understand what they were thinking. I really don't. I mean, it's fucking insane. And I guess a lot of it is just... The only thing that I can think of is that they tried to make it so that you could just play it forever, basically. And that's terrible. That's terrible design. I mean, games should just end at some point. And like I said before, in a previous episode, I would rather have a short game that was fun than this bullshit that just asks you to slog through over and over and over and over. I mean, in a game this small, you should not have to grind and grind and grind to get items that allow you to grind more so that then you can do the actual main freaking quest. It's disappointing, to say the least, how this game turned out. It was good up until here, and like, if basically the tutorial is where the game stops being fun, and you start seeing the bullshit mechanics come out, I mean, that's terrible. It's really bad. It's a really bad thing for this game. There is a Warhammer Quest 2. I don't know that I will play it if it's anything like this one. But there are plenty of other games that are like this, that are Hero Quest likes, Warhammer Quest likes. I mean, Warhammer Quest is basically an extension of the system of Hero Quest. But, disappointing. Because, you know, I like old world Warhammer. And the formula, I mean, I guess what bothers me is that this formula is so hard to fuck up. There's a reason that Hero Quest has a long-standing legacy, so much that they even have rebooted the game, and you can buy it now, and I have spent far too much money collecting all the new Hero Quest stuff. The extension that Warhammer Quest created onto that system, I mean, this is such a basic formula, and how you just screw it up by this overly difficult, and on all difficulty levels. This is the normal difficulty, but even if I switch to casual, it's still like this. It's just the underlying structure of the game makes it not fun anymore, and that's I mean, that's a cardinal sin in game design. Like, why even make a game if it's not going to be fun? Anyway, it's enough rambling about that. I'm going to end this one here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed suffering along with me. I'll see you in the next Let's Play.